What is up, my crypto legends? How's everyone doing? Hope you're doing fantastic. Let's analyze the situation here with Bitcoin. Because of this major drop, guys, what is going on? Has this changed anything for Bitcoin for the next coming days? We're going to analyze very carefully here the structure of the market. We're going to take a look at the DXY. We're also going to take a look at Bitcoin, of course. We're going to take a look at the S&P 500. So guys, make sure to absolutely destroy that like button, everybody, and let's go right away with technical analysis. What music do you want? Let me know. Right guys, smash up that like button on your way in right away. Share some love here. Smashing up the like button. Let's analyze the situation for Bitcoin with this drop. What has happened? We are going to go through some major levels here. What is going on with this price action? Has this just been a massive corrective move? We are going to pump here in the next coming hours and days, or are we going to continue this huge massive drop, everyone? Let's say hello to everybody in the comment section. I'm going to go through some levels here that I do have on the chart and explain, you know, what is basically happening here. What are the most highest probability scenarios that could happen here in the next coming hours and coming days? What are those major levels? How is everybody doing? Can't see the screen. You can't see the screen? Can you guys see the screen? Magic. Can you guys see the screen or not? Let me know. 27k seems nice to get to 30k last hope. Okay, yeah, potentially. We just got a huge bounce here from this low. We actually created a swing failure pattern here from this low over here at $27,150. Big, massive reaction right now, pumping a few $100s. Question is this sustainable? There is something very disturbing with this price action. We're going to do a little bit of Elliott wave theory on the lower time frames and on the higher time frame, sorry, and analyze this situation, because you might think, hey, Bitcoin is still in a very strong uptrend for the last few weeks. Shouldn't this be a corrective move? 1, 2, 3. We are going to get another leg up here in the coming days. Or is this ready for a huge corrective move? We'll be taking a look at that right away on the stream, guys. Beautiful swing failure pattern from the lows here, created on the 3rd of October. What a huge, massive reaction. I would expect that low to be tested again with this dead cat bounce. Yes, we're gonna So many things to talk about, guys. I was actually getting a video ready as soon as we were hitting this zone over here. Was explaining on that video update that yes, we could get some choppy action here and then get a drop. We were already getting the drop, so I had to go live. But I was getting ready here talking about, how this is such a huge major resistance zone that was likely going to get rejected and come down and eat up the lows. Now we've eaten up the lows right now. So what is next? I missed this long position. I did jump into a short position here a little late. But nevertheless, now we've eaten up all of these lows. So do we have more lows to eat up here in the next, coming hours, coming days? Or was this it, right? Was this it? Now do we need to take this high and this high, right? Because these lows have been taken. Does that mean that we need to take these highs right now in the next coming days? I will be a little bit cautious. Obviously, this was an acceptable long position, no doubt. We swept up these lows. Absolutely beautiful. One of our best trading strategies, swing failure pattern, one of the best right there. Get a quick reaction from some lows. We actually hit a naked point of control, which was from the 1st of October. If we do get the session volume profile, we can see that high volume node right there sitting at that level, just at the lows. I'm not sure if some of the legends were ready for that long position. It was a level mentioned a few days ago, obviously, but we talk about major levels that we need to be ready for. A lot of people are not ready, but we talked about obviously that low over there getting swept and obviously getting that major bounce. I mean, this bounce is only just about $200 to $300, not much more than that. However, it's good for a quick scalp, right? Quick get in, get out, make some profit, and have a great weekend, right? So anyway, guys, let's dive in here through the comment section, and then I will give you a little bit of my view of the market here on a bit of higher time frames. Is this a legit breakout from this bump and run scenario? Are we just going to start consolidating here and get a huge massive rally here to the end of October? Or is this going to fail miserably and go to lower levels? So we did talk about here the bump and run setup, right? Which is pretty obvious, right? It's got a pretty nice breakout here. The volume is not huge. However, it does point out that this could be a bump and run, right? Where you would be targeting for much higher levels, right? It's a kind of a trend reversal pattern right there, which is broken out here from this lower high resistance. You have the bump phase right there, and now breaking out from this level very nicely the last few days. Correcting at the moment. What do I understand looking at this price action, guys? I'm going to explain right away where we could see the next big major swing trade opportunities, okay? I like to talk about swing trading levels here on the live stream. We can focus a little bit on lower time frame here as well. But first of all, let's go through the comment section and say hello to the community. Pay attention, guys, because this is going to be a pure educational level to level, teaching you how you can trade, how you can profit from this market with very good risk management. It is not that complicated once you apply very good risk management and knowing how to get into those trading setups. Okay, so make sure to pay attention here during this stream, and I'm going to go right away through the comment section, say hello to the community. Let's just wait here. Right, let's go right away. Say hello to the people. Good morning from Lakeland, Florida. Kevin, how are you doing? Hello, my teacher. Aditya, how are you? Welcome to the stream again, my man. BTC is already bleeding. Yes, it is. It got a big major drop here. It got a huge major bounce, got to be honest. What a major bounce here. You have to be an absolute sniper trade here to get into a long position, basically, as you sweep up the lows. It's such an obvious level to get into a long, obviously, as you can see here. It's a sweep up. You also have this naked point of control from the 1st of October. So you're expecting that reaction. You are expecting that wick. Of course, now the question is, this happening for Bitcoin in the coming hours, my personal opinion, is unlikely. V-shaped recoveries after a major drop, don't usually happen. You usually come back down and test the lows. So this is a obvious reaction, dead cat bounce. I would expect, a movement down potentially to 618 or to the lows again. That's what usually happens, right? You don't usually see V-shaped recoveries instantly, right? I would be very surprised in the next coming hour during the stream if we were to do this. But anything can happen, right? pretty obvious long position. I did not catch this long position. I was getting a video ready. I had to jump into a live stream. Volatility happened, so let's just jump on a live stream and analyze some levels here and what could happen. Andy, do something, you ginger Welsh donut, says Murat. Ginger Welsh donut. I'm not Welsh. Conan, hello. Anyone know what is a bear move? Buy, buy, buy. The Moon Carl says buy, buy, buy. Yeah, obviously I assume buy, buy, buy for the bull run, right? I am definitely, scooping up some Bitcoin at these levels, but I am personally in a short position. On Bybit. It was a quite small position. Already took some profits. I actually shorted yesterday. An exchange that I'm using now, guys, that I've signed up a few days ago is MEXC, guys. MEXC is absolutely wonderful because of the fees, and I've been doing some aggressive scalping the last few days, and I absolutely love it. I'm going to be scalping more the market thanks to MEXC because the fees are extremely low. I absolutely love it. It's scalping on other exchanges, the fees can be quite aggressive, guys, and MEXC for scalping is the place to go, in my opinion. Of course, I will still be trading on Bybit, but I'll be doing a little bit more swing trade on Bybit. I'm currently in a short position on MEXC, but MEXC, I think, is, wow. I mean, the trade fees are extremely low. It's zero take a fee and make a fee, and take a fee is 0.01, which is absolutely wonderful, guys. I have spoken to the MEXC guys and said, hey, I like your exchange. Do you have a bonus for my community? They said, I'll make a special bonus for your community of up to $20,000. Of course, this is a deposit bonus, guys. There's 31 days here for this special campaign because I said, look, I'm signing up to MEXC. I'm going to start using it because of your low fees. Do you have a bonus? Is it a good, I know it's a good exchange. Some other people have been using it for several months now. And they gave me this 20,000 bonus, guys, just for you. I'm not sure if other people are talking about this bonus, but they made this specially for me. If you haven't signed up for MEXC for scalping, the fees are close to zero, which is absolutely wonderful for scalping. They do have fees, of course. They need to, this is how brokers work. They need to make some fees. They're just very low, okay? So anyway, diving in here, I want to go through the comment section right away. I want to go through some analysis here, guys, because for me, this is very disturbing. The volume here on this breakout is very low, and I'm in doubt. I'm in doubt of Bitcoin going to much higher levels. And there's a reason why, of course. There's a three-wave here move to the upside. Whether that does need another one here, we'll go through the micro counts on Elliott wave theory. But for me, it's pretty obvious. That this is very impulsive, no doubt. We've had very nice 5 waves, if you wish, impulsive moves to the upside. This is part of the corrective move. High volume, very aggressive move to the downside. This at some point needs to top out and come back down to these lows. That is my preferred scenario. The question is, will it go down here in the next coming days, next coming weeks, right? Will there be another high taken on Bitcoin? Will it manage to go to 28,500 to 29,500 range, right? Round about that zone. Are we going to manage to get above this high? This was already an epic short position. I will explain that right away on this live stream. Make sure to pay attention. Of course, it was a great short position. Reason why was it was a massive failed auction from this high. It was a liquidity grab, test the highs, bang, decent corrective move. What is disturbing right now, how I read this, guys, and you can read it as another way, I'm going to give you my personal opinion, of course. I'm not an Elliott wave expert, but I do see this as an A wave having 5 waves here to the downside. This is on the Coinbase chart, right? It makes sense that this is what has happened. This is an A corrective wave. We're coming from a massive impulsive move down. So for me, it's pretty obvious that this is an A corrective wave. We are inside of the B wave. At some point, this B wave is going to crash down to test the June lows at 24,800. It's kind of an a pretty obvious situation here for Bitcoin, in my opinion. If we blast through from this range, then obviously there is another count here, this being an A, B, C flat right over here. And now we're just going to start rocketing in the next coming weeks. Let's leave, that's the less probable scenario, okay? I'm leaning a little bit more bearish for the higher time frames. And the question is this B wave ended here? Has it ended here? Or are we going to get another leg up? I mean, if we do get another leg up, I will just be happy to analyze the situation to get into another epic short position. That is basically it, right? So anyway, let's go through the comment section, say hello to the community. We can go to a little bit more technical levels here on the lower time frames and analyze the situation here on where do we have great trading opportunities here for Bitcoin. We got a beautiful rejection. We were talking about this in the Legends community. And we were looking for this high to be taken. I got into a cheeky short position because I very much recognized that, the daily level here was getting back tested and we're starting to move down, and I jumped into a short position, right? With good risk management, stop above the high. I would re-enter if we were to hit that high again. So if you guys, the moon show, let me talk about the moon show because it was pretty epic. I was talking about this price action yesterday on the moon show, saying, look, I would be willing to get into a short position at this level. I did. However, I did add to a position here because it was a very small position on Bybit, but very much detecting here because we were a bit hyped up on the movement up. And I was saying, look, we need to be extremely cautious here because we're hitting the 618 Fibonacci retracement from this pivot high to the pivot low. And I said, I would actually be looking for a short position at this level if we, and this was looking at the 1 minute time frame on the moon show, guys. I'll put you that clip right away, but I detected how to short this market, guys, with insanely good risk management. It was pretty epic. It was pretty epic. I will show you right away the video because anyway, it dipped to the 618 again from 24,900 and rejected from 78. Okay, we'll analyze that in the lower time frames. I think it's not the dip yet. Let's see. Hola, Oreo, how are you doing? Blast, yes now. Hello, I can. Okay, you can see the screen. Great, great. Daily open retest here. Nick, okay, we can take a look at that. Not the dip yet, says DG. Finally catching one. Good stuff, Andy. Oh, Cohen's trading. How are you doing, my man? Oh, you need to check Cohen's. He is the technical analysis expert. He's the the Elliott wave theory expert. I check him out sometimes. He does micro counts, larger counts. He gives you bullish, bearish case scenarios. What are the levels to pay attention? I'm an absolute noob on Elliott wave theory. You want to check someone that is Cohen's trading, Cohen's crypto. You need to check him out on YouTube, guys. He is absolutely spot on with Elliott wave theory. He's probably going to send me a message, you're not doing Elliott wave counts correctly. This is the view that I got, obviously, is that I do see this very, very corrective wave here to the upside, and I am looking for that lower high at some point at this range, whether that is in already. So thank you very much for joining Cohen's Trading, guys. Check him out. He's absolutely a machine on Elliott wave theory. But yeah, let's dive in here and go through the comment section, and then we'll go through some more technical levels here on the lower time frames, because I would be surprised. I mean, obviously this can get a huge epic bounce right now, just because on higher time frames it looks like, we've had 3 waves here now already. So it's been like one wave here, another wave up, and then this one down already, eating up the lows, creating that, great swing failure pattern from these lows. I did not catch that long position. I was getting the live stream ready. However, it doesn't matter. There's another trade around the corner. Let's hope that low is going to be tested again, because I am in that short position on MEXC, guys. Gotta love MEXC. I've been doing aggressive scalping. The fees are so low. It's one of my new favorite platforms, guys. Gotta be honest. Fees are so low. It's incredible. Great tea, Andy. God bless you, brother. Ben, thank you. Brazil here. Good morning, my man. Hello, how are you doing? Hey from Ireland. Hello. Yo, Mr. Wizard. Bye. Alts. BTC on track. Yes, sir. Opinion on Ethereum says, Kumar, we can do Ethereum right away. MEXC can't use in US. Oh, really? There's no KYC required on MEXC, so I would be surprised. I'm not sure if you have any other alternatives to try and sign up to MEXC, but US can use MEXC with a VPN, says someone in the comment section. So maybe that is the solution. Cohen's is the best. He is absolutely, he's a machine. He's really good at Elliott wave theory. Give you both scenarios as well. What's the most probable? What's the less probable? You did do it correctly, my friends, as Cohen's. Yeah. So I want to just look into Cohen's before this drop. Yeah, absolutely. Check him out, guys. He does really good stuff. Right. Você fala português? No, I do not. No, I do not. Anyway, there is not enough liquidity for a decent higher level. Fresh money must weigh in for a sustainable pump. There is obviously a lot of liquidity sitting beneath $27,000 and even $26,000. You can see here how, let me just give this a refresh because this is and this is on Binance. Obviously, there's still a lot of liquidity here beneath $27,000, right? So you would expect another possible drop. But anyway, let's go here through some possible scenarios. Getting an epic bounce here from this swing failure pattern. Oh my goodness, look at this. Oh, I can't believe it. Can't believe it. I did not take profits from my short on MEXC. Hopefully, we are going to move down here. What an epic bounce. What an epic bounce. That was definitely a really good long trade to catch, guys. Because, I mean, this could eat up all of these lower highs right now and just suddenly rocket, right? It might do this, and you're like, oh my goodness, you know. That was the long trade to get into. What a pump. What a recovery, right? We're going to analyze here a little bit. DXY got a significant pump here. Got a significant pump here, and now it's getting a major pullback. But something interesting about the DXY is, you know, it's been pumping. Look at this major uptrend. You know, there are certain lower highs here. We're currently getting rejected from the 50% Fibonacci from this pivot high to the pivot low. We're kind of dancing around that level, as you can see on the DXY chart. And there is a series of lower highs here, which are just basically acting as resistance. So can we expect higher levels on the DXY or a cool off? I mean, we have been pumping for several months right now on the DXY. This has to cool off right at some point, and that would probably give Bitcoin a chance to go to higher levels. Now, let's dive in right away. What an epic pump. I'm going to get stopped out and didn't take any profits on the MEXC short position. Oh my goodness, what an epic V-shaped recovery. No profits taken. That's why it's important to always take profits, and always take profits if you do get a swing failure pattern like this, guys. Always take profits. This is an obvious sign of taking profits, to be honest. Getting that swing failure pattern from a low, bang, big bounce. If you're shorting from anywhere, either here or here, and you sweep up some lows, you know, you need to take profits if you're shorting, because if not, the market will take those profits from you, just like me. Gonna get those profits taken off me. But it is, spotting Mark is, yeah, you got Mark Dutch here, one of my moderators. He talked about you, Cohen's. BTC pumping, what an aggressive pump. I mean, it's only a few $100s, but still, I was saying at the beginning of the live stream, it's unlikely to get a massive V-shaped recovery. We don't usually get V-shaped recoveries like this. And look at this. The market is here to shut me up, to say, oh, so V-shapes aren't, you know, are not really that likely. Well, then look, bang, V-shaped recovery. Oh my goodness. Oh, that was a really nice trade that I had. Could have locked in $1,000 just for Friday, just for the weekend. I'm probably going to eat rice and a few fried eggs. No going out this weekend because I did not take profits from my short. Damn you, Bitcoin. Never mind. Another trade is around the corner, right? Always play defensive. Is it late to buy? Well, I mean, you need to be a sniper. You need to be very fast. You need to be very fast. Oh, I can't believe it. It stopped me out and now the price is retracing. Ah, how epic is that? I can't believe it. If this were to come down to the lows right now, I'll be mad. I'll be mad at Bitcoin. Was in a great epic short position and it came all the way up to stop me out at break even. What? This is trading. This is what it is. It is what it is. This is irresponsible to not take profits at these lows, because a low is always a good take profit zone, because it can be a liquidity grab and then the price is just going to get an epic bounce. You're going to get a lot of shorts here entering here thinking that an epic move down is going to happen, and then you get a massive big bounce. But it is what it is. Live trading, live stopped out here at break even from an epic short. That's not for not taking profits. Same here, no profits taken from a short position. Market has gone absolutely bonkers. Yeah, it's just not. It's Friday. It's weird to see this. Well, Friday usually is usually a dumpy day. It's what usually happens on a Friday. Not always, of course. But oh my goodness, what do you think about that? That was a big bounce. To be honest, it was about $600 bounce approximately from the lows. Yeah, it is what it is. So now, what is the next scenario? We need to take a look at the next possible trading setup, right? Because yeah, it's just stopped me out at break even on the live stream. Come on, Bitcoin. I don't like you anymore. I'm selling all my Bitcoin today. Only joking, not selling all my portfolio Bitcoin. That is just a joke. Anyway, diving in here through what has happened, basically. We had a beautiful daily level that got rejected. I was looking at this with the Legends community to say, hey, you know, this ride over here looks quite impulsive to the downside. This is looking very corrective, choppy action. Very corrective, choppy action right over here on Bitcoin. And actually did manage to short right over here. This short was talked about in the Moon Show, guys, which was pretty epic. Let me just put this right over here because this is the 1 minute time frame. And the 1 minute time frame, you know, we were saying, hey, Bitcoin's breaking 28K. Do we have a chance of Bitcoin going to much higher levels? And I was saying, look, we are hitting the 618 Fibonacci. I would be rather interested in getting into a short position at this level only if the price action does manage to claim the high again and reject from it. So I was looking for this high to be hit and get rejected. And it was pretty epic because, I mean, this happened on the live stream. This is the thing, maybe this pump here to the upside is going to manage to break through it. So we don't really know. However, if we do test this high over here in the next coming minutes and then fail to move above it, then obviously I would say that is a good short, because then we can manage risk very well with our stop losses. And then you're like kind of detecting that double top, right? But you just have to wait till that high is hit and actually rejected. Once it's rejected, then you know, okay, you're basically shorting there. Because if that was basically on the Moon Show live talking about, okay, this was the price action that we had, right, hitting this level over here. This is what was happening. We were hitting the 28,100 range approximately with this move. And, you know, are we going to go higher? I said, well, obviously, you know, we are pumping aggressively. You know, I would not short here into a big, massive pump. But we are hitting on the higher time frames that 618 Fibonacci from this entire drop, right? So this is basically this price action that was happening yesterday from this pivot high to the pivot low, saying, you know, hey, you know, this is the 618 Fibonacci. We also had the failed auction high on the 29th of August, right? If we do zoom out here on the 1 hourly, I was very interested in shorting this range. I'm thinking, you know, I'm not buying up into this pump over here. I'm paying close attention to the lower time frame price action. We got the back test of this failed auction high of the 29th of August, and we were just about $50 away from it. And we were hitting the 618 Fibonacci. I was like, hey, I'm looking for shorts at this level. And if we do get a small little reaction, okay, double top scenario, like I explained here on the moon show, I was looking for that short, wait for that high to be claimed. If we reject, I can manage risk very, very well. Meaning that if we do hit that high and create that double top, and it was absolutely beautiful. It's exactly what happened. If we hit the high and we reject, I am looking for that short position here. So it was pretty epic. Anyway, let's go continue here with the comment section, guys. What's going on with TradingView? Oh my goodness, I'm losing my voice as well. Basically, this was the trade, guys. Claim that high, reject. As you reject, you can short and you can manage risk very well. Bam, this gave you a 5, 6, 7 risk to reward. It was absolutely a great call on a live stream. So anyway, just wanted to talk about that because I do provide the educational content on how to trade safely. Now, me, the one that actually got stopped out at break even, but it's at break even. We always protect positions if we are in very good profits. So for me, like I say always to the Legends community as well, a swing failure pattern is always a level to take profit. So whether you are shorting here, and I'm actually going against my words right now because I got stopped out at break even without taking profits down here. So, but it's what you need to do, right? So if you do create that swing failure pattern from massive higher lows that you have been creating here for the last few days, and you eat up all of the lows and you get a reaction, you get a bounce from that naked point of control of this 1st of October, you need to lock some profits here because the market will be here to take those profits from you and then possibly go the way that, or probably have a V-shaped recovery, right? So anyway, interesting, very interesting. So what is next for Bitcoin? Let's zoom out here on the higher time frames and analyze the situation a little bit. Let's put a bit of background music here so people don't get too bored. It will drop on Monday, says Ben. Okay. So yeah. So glad I protected my profits. At least I bagged some, says Hake. Absolutely. This is what you need to do. This is what you need to do. I was in a very nice short position. Could have banked $1,000 today. Friday would have been epic for the weekend. But never mind, there's another trade around the corner, right? I don't really care about getting stopped out break even. I get stopped out at break even many times, and I think the best exchange to do so is MEXC, because getting stopped out at break even many times on other exchanges can cost you some dollars, right? The fees can be very, very high. If you're a scalper and you protect a lot like I do, you can get absolutely not burnt, but you can actually pay quite a few fees. And I think the best for the moment exchange with the lowest fees that I am starting to use right now is MEXC, guys. 0% on maker fee, and 0.01 on maker fee for market order executions. I've spoken to them and they are giving a $20,000 bonus, all right? Depending on what you deposit, of course, you need to put a significant deposit, but overall I'm going to start using MEXC. I've been using it the last few days, absolutely love it. The interface is great, so you have a great bonus, guys, if you wish. It's down below in the description. Another way to support the channel, another way to trade in a good trading platform with high volume with the lowest fees out there. MEXC, guys, down below in the description if you wish. So what is next for Bitcoin? Oh my goodness, what a disturbing volatility that we've had here. What disturbing volatility. I'm going to say that there is a chance for another high at the moment with this low created. Sorry for the messy chart, guys. I've got a bit of a messy chart. I need to get these levels here into my object tree, but never mind. We'll just go with it, right? So something disturbing here with a possible another leg up here for Bitcoin going to above $28,600. what is disturbing for me here is, does Bitcoin have enough steam in the coming days to create another leg up? And I'm going to say, yeah, of course there is. Of course there is steam here to get another leg up. But this is very much three wavy. The question is this still part of the three wave, right? That is my question right over here. If we do manage to get above $28,550 approximately, the high created here on the 2nd of October, I will be very much interested in looking the reaction at this zone. Of course, there is a significant gap of volume in between $28,500 and $29,000. When we do pull out the VPVR here, there is a very disturbing gap, as you can see on the volume profile, meaning that there's hardly any volume traded in between $28,500 and $29,000. So it can have a significant pump to that zone. I will not instantly look for a short position or enter a short as soon as this high is claimed. Only if we do have a wick and reject from it, that is where I would get into an epic short position. However, there's no volume. The breakout can be really high. You know, when there's no volume on the chart, it means that the price action hasn't traded at that zone for long. And you can see it with the price action. Look at the gap here. All right, in between $28,500 and $29,000. There is the price action flew through that level. One of the main reasons why is there's no volume. There's a big gap in volume here. So we need to be extremely cautious here on a possible leg up if that were to happen in the coming days, on how this high is going to be claimed, because it can shoot up here. It's shooting up and down in the past. So it can happen, right? So it's going to be very challenging, very challenging because of that gap of volume, right? I want to short here this high. I want to short it if it does create a failed auction or an SFP, right? However, I'm very much aware of that large move up to the highest volume node here of this range, which is at $29,200 approximately. That is where we do have a weekly, we have a daily, we have the value area low of this trading range here as well. Come on, trading view. I got too many tabs open. Value area low is where the weekly and the daily is with that high volume node. I'm very much recognizing that this could fly through this level, just like it did here, just like it did here. So why not do it here? So that's the next swing short position is definitely in between 28,600 and 29,400 approximately. I mean, there's a pretty large move here of about $800 that I would be interested in checking the reaction, checking here if we are going to SFP from this high, or will it blast through and start hitting here the weekly, the daily, the value area low of this trading range and this high volume node, right? Definitely a level of interest. Now, that is the possibility here of creating the top of the B wave. And this could be an epic swing short position that might last a few weeks to come all the way down to $24,000. But it's definitely worth it. Now, note that on most of the spot exchanges, this low wasn't taken of June at 24,800. So it's something like this. And that would be an epic swing short. I mean, this is a move of over $5,000. And you can make insane gains if you can manage your risk very well, knowing exactly how to manage risk with your stop losses, because this could be an epic swing trade that can make you an absolutely killing gains. It can make you killing gains. So waiting patiently to see what happens on the possibilities here. It does make sense that we could get another leg up at 28,600 range, potentially next week I don't know, maybe the next coming days, depending on how, you know, how volatility kicks in the coming days. So this bounce smells zigzag potential, says Cohen's. Do a poll. Right, yeah, a poll. Right, what comes next? We are trading at 27,500 range approximately. What comes next, guys? $26,000 or $29,000. We're currently in the middle of it. So I'm going to do a poll right away. Ask the community. What comes next for Bitcoin? What comes next for Bitcoin? What comes next for Bitcoin? I'm going to go with 29K or 26K. We're currently in the middle. Let me know, guys, what do you think with the poll that I'm creating right away? What comes next for Bitcoin? 29K or 26K? We're currently trading in the middle. Let me know right away. Right. Can this movement be caused by the unemployment grades? I think we actually had some news, yeah. What time? Yeah, non-farm. Well, this was, the volatility happened, was it at 2:30 Central European Time? Unemployment rate? Yeah, this volatility was likely affected. The price was likely affected because of that news. Did that happen exactly when the news came out? I got a messy chart here, guys. I didn't clean out my chart before the stream, but I had to jump into a live stream anyway, so it had to be done quick. Yeah, this news was exactly at round about 2:30, so it seemed like that news was obviously affected the price action of the S&P 500 and the DXY. S&P 500 got a significant drop because of that. Something curious about the S&P 500, it needs to hold this range. The reason why, in my opinion, it needs to hold, I mean, we're already beneath the zone, but there's no big major breakout here just yet, is looking at the volume profile. There's a big gap. We're currently beneath higher low support. We're beneath this high from August of 2022. It's like, yeah, there was a bit of a head and shoulder, you know, formation right there. But it's too choppy. It could definitely recover from here. It should have dropped by now already down to this point of control level, which is 4,100 points approximately. It's kind of dancing around here. So, you know, if it doesn't drop now, there is a possibility of a recovery, obviously. Sometimes no trade is better than chasing candlesticks in all that choppy action. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Bitcoin, come on. This V-shaped recovery, where did you get that from? You, Bitcoin. I hate you. Got into a little bit late short here, but we very much recognized here, you know, I was talking about this with the Legends community. It would have been really nice to get that double top at that daily. I mean, this daily level got rejected to perfection, to be honest. But what was disturbing was the 618 Fibonacci, right? We were looking at that possible move up to the 618 Fibonacci, and we were in the middle in between 50% and 618. It was like, yeah, I want to short this, guys. I got in a little bit late, recognizing the back test of the daily. But it would have been nice for that high to be taken, right? Just similar price action to this yesterday, right? Get that double top, bang, and then you enter the short safely. You can manage risk very well, and then you enter the drop, right? However, it just back tested that daily level. It back tested the daily, and this just got the epic drop. Very disturbing volatility here in the middle, to be honest. I mean, that would have been your epic long position right over here. Obviously taking profits, no doubt, with this movement up. It's not claimed this high, so There's obviously a, you know, take profits here on this move. Let's check VWAP, see where VWAP is around. But VWAP not doing much with this volatility. Yeah, this price action is confusing for me. This was such a great range for a short right there. Did short, did get stopped out at break even. And this was an epic long position. Quick reaction, swing failure pattern from that naked point of control. Right, let's dive in through what are the next scenarios here, guys. Sorry, I'm just doing thinking about the levels here that we got. I mean, I do see the possibility, because when we do, you would want to see lower levels here, to be honest. But I do see the possibility here, you know, as this being 3 waves to the downside. And you know, obviously we got a huge major bounce after sweeping up these lows. But can the price action manage to start sweeping up these lower highs? That is the question. And have another leg up here in the coming days. That is the long to be into, the swing failure pattern. But we missed that. So what is the next scenario? Let me turn the music down. Trading view is lagging here a little bit. Come on, got too many things open. Need to start closing some windows. Very confusing price action at the moment with this volatility. I mean, the long entry would have been there, obviously, with the sweep of the lows. Quick sniper long. A sign of strength here for me would be getting above this high of 27,800. If we do manage to see the price action getting above this high over here, that would be a pretty obvious sign of strength for me, because you're basically getting above the start of this wave. So if you do get above this level, that would be obviously a sign of strength, and I would be looking for this high to be claimed. At the moment, for me, there's no trade to be taken. For me, there's no trade to be taken here in the middle of this area, because yeah, basically swept the lows here. So I'm really not interested in more price action to the downside for a short, because I haven't got any target zones. You know, the lows from some levels are always good for a target zone. So all of these lows have been swept up right now. Now the disturbing high is this one. To get people extremely bearish, you know, shorting at the lows and then boop, sweep up all of these lower highs. So I would be looking for scalping scenarios if we were to get above this daily level and this high that was created just a few hours ago. If we were to get above successfully that level, I would definitely see here some scalping opportunities to claim this high. However, we need to recognize that the volume, the impulsive moves are very much still to the downside. So there's very high volume here to the downside, looking at the lower time frames. But it's still very much 3 wavy, right? It's 3 wavy here. So you got from this high over here, you got 1, 2, 3. So is it possible? I would be looking for scalps. If we were to manage this to hit this resistance and flip it into support, we got a nice run here to the upside on Bitcoin. So it would be a great interesting zone here to get into longs. That's only if we successfully get above 27,800, right? This high basically. Obviously we need to be cautious with swing failure patterns, because this could also be a liquidity grab, a failed auction, bang, and then straight back down. The faster the price action, the faster the price action is hitting that level, the best chance you have this in being a swing failure pattern, right? And finally moving down aggressively. However, if you do come up here and you start trading in this range for a couple of hours, bang, 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 you start, holding this range as support, this is going to be a great opportunity to get into some long scalps to this high, and potentially even higher. But we need to flip that lower high right now into support for me to be interested in scalping longs. Obviously no swing longs. This would be only for scalping, and that is if we do get a strong move here to the upside with significant volume. Obviously paying attention to a possible failed breakout swing failure pattern, which I think, this is not, it doesn't look correct, right? It doesn't look right. So very likely if you do claim this high, you're likely going to, move higher. There's the next zone of interest that I do have here for trading. What a V-shaped recovery. Of course, that was affected by the news. I try and stay away from trading the news, but what you can do always, like I do, is protect position, right? Be defensive with your trading when you have a news event, because you get that volatility. You get a massive drop, a massive pump, you get those V-shaped recoveries, you get a massive pump and then a massive drop. So we had the unemployment rate on the US that brought that volatility, giving that, that massive dump and pump. Let's continue here with the comment section. Why stop loss at break even? Well, I was expecting lower levels, to be honest. I was expecting lower levels, but obviously, with a swing failure pattern, it's obvious that you need to take some profits once you've swept up some lows or swept up some highs, right? So it's just it's a rule right here for my trading strategies. If I'm long in here from this level, for example, and you come up to this area and you sweep up the highs, it's an obvious take profits. You've hit the highs already. And if you're shorting either here or here, this is an obvious take profit zone, especially if you swing failure. So break even is fine, but yeah, I should have lowered that stop loss to a profit range. I wasn't expecting such a massive bounce here on the price of Bitcoin, but obviously that is affected by the news. When you have the V-shaped recoveries and or massive pump and dump kind of scenarios, they are usually because of news, right? News are just hype moments that you get either a massive dump and a massive pump, or a massive pump and a massive dump. So you want to stay very, very defensive with your trading. So I wasn't expecting the price to wick up all the way to this level, to be honest, but trading is trading. Market makers are listening. Yeah, sometimes I do believe so. Sometimes I do believe so. When you're trading, it's like, I don't think the price will come all the way up here, all the way down here, and then bang, it happens. Pump incoming. When long, when short, we need you, master. Yeah, I mean, this is, for me, looking at the charts right now, it was a pretty obvious shorting range, and there's a pretty obvious long range right there. But what now, right? And when we're in the middle of a major drop like this, obviously, what makes more sense is dead cat bounce, come back down and test the lows, right? That's what usually happens on a major drop. You usually have a dead cat bounce and you come back down and test the lows. You have a dead cat bounce and you come back down and test the lows. So pumping right now is just, it doesn't look right on the chart. It doesn't usually happen. So, if you ask me, I would say another retrace down at least to the 618 Fibonacci from this pivot low to the pivot high. At least a retrace, and then possibly you're going to get a leg up. But I would say down from here. This has just been a major reaction of the liquidity grab, major reaction, big pump. And yeah, you would expect, a dead cat bounce scenario to come back down to the lows. 24K soon, says Patrick. I think, well, I'm not sure if soon, but I do believe so, that $24,000 Bitcoin is likely to happen in the next coming weeks. Whether we do go to 29K first or not, you know, it's a pretty obvious low that, you know, needs to be hit. There is a lot of liquidity sitting around $25,000 to $26,000, guys. There is a lot of liquidity down there. And I would expect, obviously, a move down to that zone, whether the price pumps up first. If the price pumps up first, it's just going to give us a better opportunity to get into a swing short position, in my opinion. So looking at the swing short scenario, guys, would be, you know, this zone right over here is the swing short position. The question is, will we get up there? Well, I don't know, but if we do get up there, I'll be getting ready for an epic swing short. that is the plan, whether the plan happens or not. What's your view on the top exchanges? What's my view on the top exchanges? Well, I've been using Bybit for over 4 years now, and Bybit is great. Dollar pumping, we're going down. Yeah, possibly yes. After this dead cat bounce, we're probably gonna come back down to the lows. DXY pumping. Asking about the exchanges. My favorite one has always been Bybit. Been using it for over 4 years. It's been doing great. There's been some strong regulations on Bybit on different countries. We need to look at our alternatives, of course, for the community. For me, myself, I've been testing out MEXC. MEXC seems spot on. I've heard other people using it for a few months, talking about it's great, talking about the major fees. The fees are very, very low. And if you also scalp the market, such as I do, I like to get into really small little scalps because I'm very defensive. And sometimes getting stopped out at break even a couple of times, you can pay significant fees on these other exchanges. And I've been testing out some scalping with MEXC the last couple of days, and oh my goodness, I absolutely love this platform right now because the fees are very low, and I'm a guy that gets stopped out at break even many times also when I'm scalping, and it's very important for me that the fees are low. So MEXC is definitely a great option. They have massive amount of volume. They do move a few $1 billion every 24 hours in trading volume. So they are a large exchange and the fees are very low. I'm going to say, obviously, what is my take on exchanges? Binance, I've been using Binance for many years, either for spot or for derivatives trading. I've been using Bybit that also has spot, and MEXC that also has spot. I've been using MEXC now for the last few days. Spot on. I've spoken to the MEXC guys. Hey, I'm going to start using your platform. I'm going to start trading there because I do scalping as well. And I'm interested in the low fees. Do you have anything for my community? And they said, yes, I can provide a $20,000 bonus, guys. They've given me 31 days for you to claim this bonus on MEXC. This bonus, of course, requires some deposits. You need to deposit to claim this bonus. I'm doing a transition, guys. I will be using Bybit, of course. I will be still using for Bybit, more for swing trade, day trading. But for more scalping, I will be using MEXC, guys, because the fees are close to zero, which is very good, guys, for people that are scalping and are very defensive with their trading. So check it out, guys. You got the link down below. $20,000 of bonus. New exchange that I'm going to start be using, guys, is MEXC. So you have, if you want that bonus, another way to support the channel, of course, you have the bonus of MEXC down below. No KYC is required, which is also a good thing at the moment. So testing out MEXC, guys, absolutely love it for the last few days. Very happy with it. And today I got stopped out at break even on the live stream. Was in a profit of $1,000 and they eat it, never mind. Never mind. It doesn't matter. There's another trade around the corner. That is what we need to think about, right? Don't be so, don't be so hard on yourself if a trade hasn't gone out well, okay? And you didn't take profits. But I was focused on the live stream. I was focused in the community. And I thought, oh my goodness, let's do a live stream because the price is dropping. I was getting a video ready and I was talking about this zone, and as soon as I was going to upload the video, this happens, and I'm like, okay, that's it. When this happens, we just jump on a live because that video is just irrelevant at the moment. That video's gone to the trash. I spent an hour creating that video, put it in the trash because the price has moved already. Just jump on a live. And yeah. Where are you from? In England? I am not from England. I am from Spain. I was born in Spain. My mother, who's a very strong supporter of me, usually pops into the comment section. She's from the Isle of Man. So yeah, Spanish is my first language. English is my second language. I am not from England. I am from Spain. Next 4-hour candle under 27k. Let's take a look at the poll right away, guys. What's going on here with the poll? We have what comes next for Bitcoin, 29k or 26k. This is absolutely crazy. Over 200 votes, same as the other day, guys. 50-50. You guys have no clue, just like me. We do not know where the price is going next. However, we can trade the levels. We can trade them. But we need to be good at taking profit and risk management. You ask me, guys, I am a trader. I do not know where the price is going to go next. I'm sorry. If you don't like it, well, you can possibly unsubscribe. You might think, I'm signing up here. I'm subscribing so I can see somebody that is good at technical analysis and tells me where the price is going next. It's not about where the price is going next. It's where the price is going to react at certain levels to take a good trading decision with good risk management. That is what technical analysis and trading is all about. Of course, there's macro technical analysis where, you know, you can have a projection of what is likely to happen. I can say that $24,000, $24,800, it has high probability and being hit in the next coming weeks, guys. And the reason why is because, yeah, we've had a very nice year, having very strong impulsive moves to the upside, and it's time for Bitcoin to get a little bit of a cool off. So that is basically my higher time frame analysis, you know, in a nutshell, keeping it easy. But yeah, overall, high time technical analysis doesn't affect my trading decisions. The reason why I got into a trade short position here is recognizing the daily level, recognizing that this is very choppy, this is very corrective. This move is very corrective, guys. This is impulsive and this is corrective. And we know the deal. Market moves and impulsive moves, corrective moves, impulsive move, corrective moves. So if you can detect near the top of a corrective move, that is when you potentially want to get into a short position to come and claim the lows. Not only these lows, we claim these lows. And funny enough, I shorted this, shorted a little bit late, got stopped out with this wick at break even. But just because of YouTube, guys, just because of the live, it was $1,000. $1,000 might be a lot of money for a lot of people. I don't really care. There's another trade around the corner. We'll get the next one, right? So I do have a clue. It's going to 29k moon money flow increasing and DXY dumping. Okay, we've got some people here saying that DXY is pumping and other people saying that DXY is dumping. Come on, guys. What is DXY doing? No doubt that this is a crucial resistance for the DXY. It's been pumping for the last few months. It wouldn't surprise me to see the DXY getting a cool off at some point here in the next coming weeks, right? That could definitely give a chance for Bitcoin to get that bounce to $29,000, right? But we need to remember that the DXY has changed its trend. We talked about this many weeks ago. Guys, we break above this lower high resistance right over here. This is likely to flip. DXY will be going into a bullish trend. And for the moment, it is happening, right? Yeah, bullish trend. This is the last lower high, okay, from this corrective move we've had during, you know, late 2022 and 2023. I would expect the DXY to go to higher levels, whether it gets a cool off or not. So what would be interesting if if the DXY does get a bit of a corrective move the coming weeks, it will give Bitcoin a chance to go to $29,000 range, right? So it definitely does have a chance, no doubt. However, we need to recognize that the DXY has changed the trend. The downtrend that we've had in late 2022 and part of 2023 has shifted. It's gone to a bullish market, okay? So any correction on the DXY is likely to create a higher low. We're going to have to eyeing, big support levels of the DXY where we could get a bounce reaction. That is, if it does happen, that is when Bitcoin will be getting, significant pumps potentially to $29,000 range or maybe even slightly higher. But that doesn't mean that we are going to create a new yearly high. So of course it can, nobody knows. We might enter a white swan event and then Bitcoin to 35K, right? However, we need to recognize the charts. We need to recognize the zones here where we do have big resistance, and it makes sense that this is very much a start of a corrective wave that is likely to continue in the next coming weeks and months. So yeah, I mean, that's my point of view on the higher time frames, right? On lower time frames, yeah, no doubt that DXY is getting a reaction from this level. This is the 50% Fibonacci from the pivot high to the pivot low. 50%, 106.6, getting a reaction, struggling to get above this zone. We've got a series of lower highs here that obviously provide resistance. You got this lower high right there. We tapped it, got a major pullback. So we're currently hitting this one right there with the 50% Fibonacci. It is getting a reaction. So let's say that there is a chance of getting a little bit of a cool off here for the next coming weeks on the DXY. However, come on, this isn't a very aggressive uptrend, right? This is still very much in an uptrend. You cannot say, okay, DXY is going to dump now. This could continue this path for the next coming weeks. There's no real sign here of weakness on the DXY. So Andy, has there ever been any white swan events in crypto before? Well, there's been hypes, right? There's been crypto hypes. I wouldn't say white swan event, but there hasn't been really a white swan event in crypto, to be honest. There's only been black swan events, right? There's nothing good comes out of crypto. Only joking. Obviously, there was a decentralized DeFi hype back in the summer of 2020. That is when I had my DeFi bags loaded. I had SNX, I had Chainlink, never sold Chainlink, by the way. But I had, there was a DeFi hype, right? Decentralization, stay away from the government, the banks, and you can have self-custody of your funds, right? And there was a big DeFi hype in August of 2020. So white swan event, I'm not sure. There's been hypes on crypto, of course, but wouldn't sure to say a white swan event. Never trade AVAX if Mark Dutch wants TA on it. It means a 125 on MEXC. Right. Tesla is buying BTC. So Tesla is buying BTC. There was the hype back in 2021 when we can actually go through the pumps and the dumps. The moment, when was it? It was somewhere around about this stage where Tesla was accepting Bitcoin as payments. And guess when Tesla got the Bitcoin payments out? It was with this drop right over here. So I wouldn't trust so much the words of Elon Musk and Tesla buying up Bitcoin. Yeah. Thank you for your stream and your work that you share with us, says Get Paid Too. Absolutely phenomenal. Thank you very much. When Andy came online, white swan event. Yeah, it seems like it. Just when I was doing the live stream, we got this epic massive pump. But I think Bitcoin will go to 42, 48K range before it crash back to around 19, 20K, and then we moon to 100K plus. Yes, there is that point of view of maybe going to, round about 45. If we were to pump all the way up there to round about 40K or 50K, that would not be good, guys, short term. I prefer the price dropping in the next coming months than actually pumping, guys. If we pump now in the next coming months, it's too soon. It's too soon. It's too soon. This will not end up good. We've got 618 Fibonacci's around about the $40,000 range. We've got this lower high at 50K, 78 Fibonacci. I mean, what this means for me, if we were to see pump here, I do believe so that this is not going to be good. It will be good if Bitcoin starts dropping here the next coming weeks down to the $19,000 range. Then I would say, right, this is looking good, guys. At least for dollar cost averaging, whether the price does come back down to create another low or not, no doubt that I'll be DCAing at 20K, 15K, you name it. There's definitely a great opportunity. However, if the price starts pumping from here the next coming weeks, it's not going to be looking great. It's not going to be looking great. So I prefer the price action to actually drop in the coming weeks and months than actually pumping from here, because that will be bad news, guys. That would be not good. It's too soon to see the price pumping so aggressively. This would just be a kind of a short squeeze and then move down. Anyway. Right. Good day, Andy. Do you think weekend BTC dump? Well, I think weekend is going to be boring like most of the weekends. So most of the weekends are very, very boring price action. So I wouldn't expect much volatility on Bitcoin during the weekend. Yeah, I wouldn't expect much volatility. The zones that I'm interested after this drop, okay, for me, I am interested in longing Bitcoin between this low and this high right there. These two lower highs. Of course, this is definitely a shorting zone as well, depending if you do have a massive liquidity grab kind of failed auction swing failure pattern. It wouldn't look right on the chart. I would expect this high. If this high is taken, we are aiming for this one. So that's what makes more sense here, because we've swept out all of these lows already. And however, where we at right now, after this large move down with a large volume and this high, for me, this is a no trading zone, because I'm aware of, coming back down to test the lows. That's what usually happens. And I'm aware of a V-shaped recovery. I mean, this drop was affected by the news, so I'm very much aware of this happening as well. If that were to be the case, I do see a significant pump to 28,100. But we would have to get above this high. What epic volatility, Bitcoin! Come on. You gotta hate Bitcoin sometimes. You gotta love it though, because I mean, I've made significant gains, trading Bitcoin, and but you gotta hate it when it does this, volatility. But I understand this volatility. It was definitely affected by the news, because the drop happened, exactly at 2:30, right? So 2:30 was when the major drop started, and I always say this on the streams: when there's news events, stay cautious when you're trading. Stay very defensive, because what usually happens is you get a pump and a dump, or a dump and a pump, right? And it has big volatility, and it's very unpredictable, right? The news are very, very unpredictable. And this drop started exactly at 2:30 Central European time. It was the unemployment rate. So you want to stay very, very cautious trading on news hours, because you will just get a big mess. And this is a big mess. I cannot trade this big mess. I trade technical levels with good risk management. There's no way I can trade this. I don't know what to do here. I do not know what to do. I recognize this short. I recognize this being a swing failure pattern from this low. Obviously, this was very fast. I was not aware of this, did not catch that long. Did catch the short here yesterday on the Moon Show live, talking about that level on what we needed to see there, that double top. And, you know, that's how we detect, you know, the trading opportunities. Right now, yeah, I don't know what the price is going to do. But I know where to trade it. I know where to trade it. And where I would be interested in trading it is in between this high and this high. So if this high is claimed at 27,800, I think it's unlikely to create a swing failure pattern. And the reason why is because these lows have been claimed already. You know, this has been claimed. This has been claimed. Yeah, it's like, yeah, there's yeah, I'm not interested in shorting here because, you know, the target, you know, we would have to, a target zone would be this low, and after this sweep, it makes more sense that, you know, this high is going to be hit, right? Get all of those people that haven't taken profits from the shorts, such as myself, get that liquidity off them, right? Don't let them take profit. So bam, 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 and wreck all the shorters, right? Wreck all the people that are shorting here. Get them wrecked. I'm very much recognize that this is definitely a possibility. But right now where we're at, it's not a great level to long or short, to be honest. So claiming this high, I'm going to remain patient, guys. You know, trading is all about being patient and claiming some levels where you know how to trade them. I do not know where to trade here. I don't know what to do here. I know what to do at this high over here, whether it flips it as support or whether it SFPs from it. We've failed to break out from this high. I would be interested in a possible short. Obviously, I would be very aggressive, taking profits once I'm concentrated, you know, looking at the charts. If we do get above this level, you know, it's likely going to flip. If it does break above successfully with some significant volume, and I would be eyeing for this high. You know, it's like, yeah, come on, you know, I know you're going to go to higher levels, so I would be willing to scalp here some long positions all the way up to this high. And potentially even higher. Or depending on how this high is hit. Because you can always have that swing failure pattern attempt, right? Where you just hit the high and get a massive rejection, right? Just like what happened here a few hours ago. Claim that low and bang, you get a massive bounce. So you obviously can get a big rejection there. That's the levels that I know how to trade. But in the middle of a major drop like this, especially when it's been affected by the news, no trading for me at this point. You know, till we actually claim this zone. We are getting a bit of pumpy action. We are getting a bit of pumpy action right now at the moment. But still not interested. This level here, we're going to take it off the chart. It's no longer a level. Yeah, at the moment, right now, I'm not interested in any trade setups. I'm aware of this failing, and I'm aware of this high being claimed. If this high is claimed, that's my next trading zone. But yeah, guys, let's go right away through the comment section. And if you haven't checked out the Moon Show yesterday, guys, check it out, because that's how I detect the possible trading scenarios. Because I got the question here from Carl of the Moon. How would you trade this how would you trade this next price action? He asked me. And I said, look, this is what I would do, right, for my next trade. And it happened to the T, guys. So it was great education to see that trading setup live. How to manage risk, how to look for that short. And this was this short right over here at $28,000. Right. Why not good? Sweeping up the lows first doesn't mean to be more obvious, possibly overpopulated trade going up first before taking the lows could be a more painful scenario. Yeah, as well, no doubt. No doubt. This is probably just a quick short squeeze reaction of the news event, right? Because how many shorts, and it does make sense to claim this high because it's an obvious stop loss range, right? People swing shorting here, this range, bang, 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 you know, getting into shorts here, thinking, right, we're riding down, let's go, we're going too much lower, and then woof, and then maybe come down. It's definitely a scenario. I mean, I would be interested if this high is claimed and we lose it for a possible short. However, I'm not sure if there's going to be enough power to move down here during the weekend. What is likely is just, you know, if it were to swing failure pattern, you might do choppy action, claim the high again, then you just go into a very boring range during the weekend, which that's what usually happens. So yeah, not very interested here for the weekend. There we go, Bitcoin pumping. Let's go right away. Binance is a complete shit show for UK traders. Okay, what the fuck are they doing? Binance, I've been using Binance for many years now. I haven't been using Binance for many years. It's just there's already been fishy stuff with Binance, and I had some funds that were locked there on Binance. I couldn't move my funds. This was a few years ago, and I was like, yeah, then get lost Binance, because they were locked for a few days, and I was like, hey, come on. Then, you know, that just I stopped using Binance because of that. Right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up for this live stream. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Smash up the like button if you want to support the channel. Of course, you got the like button right over here. Hopefully you've enjoyed the educational content, the scenarios, the levels, how we can trade with very good risk management. Thank you very much for joining, and I will see you in the next one.